Hey guys, it's Damien here from School of Attraction. Now, rather than being in my house or down by the lake near my house, I'm instead coming to you guys today from Miami Beach. Now, it may not look so much like Miami Beach because it is so dang cloudy today, but I'm hoping to do a bunch of videos over the coming days and hopefully we'll have some better weather. Why am I down here, you might ask? Well, I am running a boot camp down here in Miami as part of a world tour that I'm doing. If you're in Europe and you'd like to get some coaching with me, go ahead and let me know where you're located because I'm going to be over in Europe around August as well. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that I've been paying a lot of attention to this year, but this whole journey started last year when I had taken some time after a long-term relationship ended and I started dating again. Now, I had been dating with the intention of I want to have a long-term relationship. And I had that intention because that's what I wanted. You know, I'm turning 40 and I still have a family and I still want, all these things in my life, but I don't want to rush in and sort of jump in just trying to have kids with the wrong person. So I was going out there and I was saying on my dating profiles, looking for a long-term partner, not in a rush, but that's what I'm looking here for. And you'd think that doing that would have the effect of getting me meeting women who are more serious, more ready to settle down in a healthier emotional space, women who aren't just trying to go around and be players or, fuck a bunch of guys, any of this kind of stuff. You'd think that's what would happen. But instead what I was meeting is a whole bunch of women who were not in a good space emotionally. So I was meeting women who were really kind of like going through a checklist with me, a list of things they want in a long-term partner, and they were really like ready to have a family right now. And, in this kind of unhealthy, needy, this is what I want sense. And it felt like they were the kinds of women that you kind of say, this sounds mean, but it's like, oh, I can see why you're still single. It's kind of having that jam, that vibe. And I was not having fun on any of my dates. Now, what was so interesting about dating this way is that, my whole life, I know roughly how attractive I am. I know roughly how well I should do in dating with women. I know roughly what my skill level's like and, who I should meet. But I was really starting to feel less attractive or less desirable to women or less interesting to women than I feel like I ever have. And I thought, is it because of my age? Am I doing something wrong? Has my mindset changed? I was still doing okay. I was still meeting women. Some women were still interested in me, but it just felt a lot worse. And so in January this year, I did this amazing Tantra workshop. And it was just incredible. I'll link to you. I did a video about it, and I'll give you a link over here. You can go check that out because that was an amazing experience. But at the end of that, I made a decision, and that decision was, from now on, I'm gonna to hell with trying to look for a long-term relationship. I'm gonna date only to find really great connections, like really amazing energy that I can share with someone. And if that energy is a one-night stand, if that energy is casual sex, if that energy is just friends, but I just want to chase really amazing connections with cool people. I'm not the hell with it, right? And eventually I'll find someone for a long-term relationship. So I started dating with that mindset. And, on my online dating profiles, I'd write, looking for short-term but open to long. When I talk to women, I'd explain what my experience was and why I'm like, the hell with it. I just want to have fun. And eventually I'll have fun with someone that I really click with. And it's like a switch got flicked. It's like all of a sudden, the women that I was meeting were the kinds of women that I used to meet, right? The kinds of experiences I was having. I was having fun. It was no longer the needy checklist kinds of chicks. It was, a lot of these women were in a similar boat to me. Sure, they'd like to have a long-term relationship at some point when they find the right guy, but, they're not in a rush for it. And all of a sudden it was like, these are the higher, quality. When I say high quality, women seem to get triggered off, but I don't mean that in a chauvinistic sense. I mean the kinds of people you really want to meet who have their lives together a bit more and who aren't so desperate and needy and unhappy and kind of bitter towards men. I was having far better experiences with the kinds of women that I want to meet, the kinds of women that I want to date. And I'm meeting far more dateable women with this mindset. So that's the interesting thing, number one. The interesting thing, number two, however, is that my female friends have been having the exact same experience. So I've got a number of female friends who are single, who want a relationship but are not, desperate to have one. And they're pretty cool chicks, and they've been on the dating scene as well. And they too have said, I want a long-term relationship. This is what I want. I don't want to waste my time with, casual sex or one-night stands. And they've not been having really good experiences. They've been meeting guys who are kind of needy, who were kind of like bleh, desperate, uncomfortable, insecure, not the kinds of guys they want to meet in a lot of ways. But when they change their mindset as well, when they change their profiles to, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy myself for now and I'll find a cool guy somewhere at some point, right? But right now, I'm just going to have fun. All of a sudden, these girls are meeting really cool guys. Obviously, not all the guys they're meeting, just like all the women I'm meeting aren't really awesome. And certainly, they're not all the kinds of women I'd want to date. And likewise, it's not all the kinds of men that the women want to date. But they're meeting much higher quality men in general. And I think there's something really valuable in this. I think that if you are in a space where you want a relationship, making that your goal just doesn't seem to pay off in dating. I think it sucks all the fun out of it. I think it attracts other people who are too needy and desperate for a relationship. And so I think a lot of you guys and women watching would benefit greatly from, I guess, learning from the experience that I had, that maybe it's not you, right? You could be a lot more attractive if you just focus on having fun. And fun doesn't have to be having lots of casual sex if that's not your thing. But fun is just, I just want to have fun. I want to meet cool people that I connect with, that I have fun with, the people that I can laugh with and do cool activities with. And that's my goal, and all your social activities, even if you're going to bars to meet women, even if you're on online dating, you just make that your goal. I just want to have fun. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to get laid. I'm not necessarily just looking for a relationship. I just want fun. And I think when you do that, you draw more people to you. It's a far healthier mindset that I think more people need to adopt. And I think it's interesting that, even me, a guy who's so experienced with dating, just found it so boring. Because I can make a date fun. I can have fun on these dates. But making that switch made all the difference in the world. If you had an experience like this, I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. These videos are obviously not scripted because here I am sort of just out exploring in the wild. But if you like this style of video where I'm walking around talking about these little topics, let me know. If you would like me to talk about my experiences here in Miami, what I think the dating scene here is like, how I think the dating scene looks different compared to back in Sydney or Gold Coast, Australia, I'd be happy to make a video about it. I just don't know how many guys would be keen to watch it, because obviously how many of you live in Florida, so how many of you would want to, but if you would, let me know in the comments below as well. As always, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my future videos.